Alright, let's just get right into it. Blake Griffin just signed with the Celtics. The contract is a 1-year deal and is fully guaranteed. The money wasn't specific, but I'm pretty sure it was like the vet minimum. Let's be honest, Blake Griffin isn't the player he once was or the player he was probably a couple years ago in the Pistons, but he can definitely provide some quality minutes, especially with Time Lord being out 4 to 6 weeks. This is also a good pickup because Blake can replace the minutes that Gallinari left after he tore his ACL playing for Italy in Eurobasket last month. Blake Griffin will give a lot of effort on the defensive end. He can space the floor a little bit. Even though he's not a great shooter, he's capable of making them. Blake can play some decent interior defense, but on the perimeter, if he's forced to switch out to a guard that's good at creating for himself on the perimeter, there's nothing he's going to do about it. He's just not going to get the stop. But the Celtics don't need much from him. They're just asking Blake to play 10 or 15 minutes a night until Time Lord comes back from his injury, which Blake is perfectly capable of doing. I believe he can provide some quality minutes for the Celtics until Time Lord comes back and be a solid end-of-the-rotation player even when Time Lord comes back. Now, the Warriors and Wizards preseason game happened earlier this morning, and the one major thing I took away from this game is James Wiseman looks really, really good. Now, I've always been very high on Wiseman. I liked the pick when the Warriors drafted him. I expected him to be a little rusty this game, especially with him missing these past 2 years due to injuries. But he was far from rusty. He looked really great tonight. He had 20 points, and I think he almost had 10 rebounds. Let me look up his stat line real quick. Alright, he had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block in only 25 minutes. That's impressive. He was able to have that nice of a stat line in only that short amount of time. In this game, Wiseman showed his ability to be able to be a lob threat and a pop threat out of the pick and roll. He also showed his ability to hit the mid-range shot. His post-up game could still use some work, but it's definitely solid though. Also, he had 2 poster dunks that went crazy on Twitter that everybody was hyped about. The play in that game where Wiseman had Monte Morris on him and Draymond was just able to throw the ball to the high point. Wiseman was just able to catch it and just get the easy basket. There was also a play where Steph and Wiseman ran a pick and roll action, and it ended with Steph throwing the lob to Wiseman and Wiseman just catching it and dunking it. That play is what the Warriors are missing last season, which was a big man that could be a lob threat out of the pick and roll. But now they have that in Wiseman, and Steph having a lob threat out of the pick and roll is a very scary thought. Also, the times when Draymond gets the ball out of the short roll after setting a screen for Steph and Steph is doubled, Wiseman's going to be sitting in the dunker spot instead of Iguodala or Kevon Looney, which gives Wiseman more easy opportunities at the rim. Offensively, he's going to provide some decent rim protection as well, and if he's forced to switch out to a quicker guy on the perimeter, he can hold his own to a certain degree. So yeah, Blake Griffin was a decent pickup for the Celtics, and James Wiseman had a good preseason game. I appreciate you watching the video. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. More content on the way.